Welcome back to BYU Sports Nation, live in Las Vegas from the Studio Orleans alongside Jarom Jordan. I am Spencer Linton. Earlier today, we had an opportunity to speak with BYU men's basketball assistant coach Kahil Fennell about the game plan for the Gales. Here's that conversation. Kahil, once you get to March, we said it. It's all about matchups. Anything goes. And now BYU has worked their way into a Monday showdown with St. Mary's again. But let's start with a rewind to Saturday night and that game against LMU. What impressed you most about your team and the performance on Saturday in the quarterfinals?
Well, I think is our ability to bounce back after a quick game against the University of Portland and play against a really tough, really hard playing, a really physical Loyola Marymount team that's come out and had a really good season in their own right. They have a super talented player in Cam Shelton, and our ability to kind of, at the very least, slow him down and make him work for his points. You know, he had 24 shots. I believe he was 11 of 24 from the field. Fouled out, had his shot blocked a few times. I think we made the game difficult for him, and I think we did a really nice job neutralizing the people around him. So our defensive effort was fantastic. Our general effort towards winning every 50-50 ball, offensive rebounding, all that, I think we really dominated those margins, especially moving forward in the second half after a little bit of a slow start. So I was really proud of our guys.
What kind of momentum does the staff and the team feel after winning 2 games in this tournament and getting to a very important game tonight?
I think it's pretty significant. I think the guys feel really positive. We've played this St. Mary's team. It was an excellent team. We've played them really tough twice. Obviously that it doesn't matter unless you're winning. So, but our guys feel confident going into this game that we match up well, and it's a team that we can beat. And I think confidence and optimism and momentum is all there, right? And I think all those things are important. But ultimately, it's just going to take, who shows up, who perseveres through fatigue and muscle soreness and being beat up and all this kind of stuff and mental fatigue, and who shows up and really fights and goes to war with this really talented, really tough St. Mary's team.
BYU men's basketball assistant coach Kahil Fennell with us on BYU Sports Nation. You mentioned being beat up and having to rest. Well, you get Sunday off. So how much does a day off help in that regard? Can you fix everything in 24 hours?
Yeah, no, I think it goes a long way. I think just to give our guys, if nothing else, just a little bit of a mental recovery, right? Where it's not scout after scout after scout. Obviously, we're talking about St. Mary's, but it's not back to back, and they're not just getting inundated with information and having to kind of reset themselves to, go to war again, back to back to back, right? So just to give themselves that a little bit of a break, 24 hours off where they don't have to go to war, I think is really important. And I think obviously for their bodies, just to roll out and do some deep stretches and yoga and stuff like that over the course of the day and take a walk. I think all of those things really contribute to, healthy mind and body, and hopefully we'll be 100% as much as you can be at this time of the season and ready to go tonight.
After close losses in the regular season, like you mentioned, what could be the difference tonight to get BYU over the hump?
Well, it's tough, right? You mentioned the close losses. Those have been really difficult to take because I think we played pretty well in both of them. We had our chances to win in both of them. I think it's going to continue to win those 50-50 battles in every aspect of the game, right? On the glass, on the floor, winning catches that they make our drivers' lives difficult, so you have to win those gaps as a guy with the basketball. As you penetrate into the paint, like, you have to win that basketball. They're going to reach, they're going to grab at you, they're going to make life hard. So we have to win those kind of interchanges, those exchanges. So all those aspects we have to come out on top in. I thought we won a lot of them in the prior games. We have to win them all now. And I think we have to get critical stops in critical moments, right? I think you saw Aiden Mahaney make 2 big-time shots against us in both games. Logan Johnson gave us fits, especially in the second game. So being able to get stops when it matters will go a long way towards us winning the game.
Rudy Williams has been giving opponents in March down here at the West Coast Conference Tournament fits, if you will. Portland had a hard time slowing him down, got to the rim a lot, into the free throw line, did the same thing against LMU. So, Coach, what's working well for Rudy Williams? And he did this at Coastal Carolina in March as well. What is it about Rudy in March?
I don't know. He's a loose, free spirit kind of a dude, and I'm not sure how much the magnitude of the moment really affects him, right? And I think he's super talented, as we know. He's old. He's been through it. He's seen it all, right? He's been to different kinds of postseasons and with different schools at different levels. And there's not a lot of postseason basketball that he's not familiar with. So I think he's one of those kind of perfect older guards that win in March, right? And we hope that he can continue to lead us and play really well because he's doing everything well right now. And we're really, really counting on that to continue.
What would win number 20, that's a big number in college basketball, trying to get to 20 wins, and a win over St. Mary's mean for this team tonight?
You know, that's a good question. I'm not so sure how focused or even how much we're even thinking about the number 20 as far as wins over the course of the season, or even just, hey, we beat St. Mary's. I think it's just winning tonight so we can get to the championship game, right? Like, how can we put ourselves in position to get to the championship game so we can get into the NCAA tournament? I mean, that's the goal. When we entered this tournament, it wasn't to get to 20 wins. It was to get to the tournament, right? So that's it for us. That's it for us as a staff. I believe that's it for us as a team. And I just think when you start to think about too many things, you start to get spread out a little bit as far as what your priorities are and what your thought process is as far as what you're going to really attack. I think you can get a little bit of spread out and lack of focus. And I think in a setting like this, where it's just game after game, it's battle after battle against really good teams, you have to focus on what's important. And right now that's beating St. Mary's so we can put ourselves in a position to play for a championship.
Coach, you mentioned Logan Johnson, who went for 27 in Moraga. And again, he is a handful. Personnel-wise, who do you plan on putting on Logan Johnson to try and slow him down tonight?
That's a good question. I think we're going to go with the hot hand, right? I think we'll start in a couple different ways and throw some different looks at him, and we'll kind of see what sticks, if you will. So, Logan Johnson's a really talented player. He's a high major athlete. He's fantastic at getting downhill and getting to the rim and making tough shots in the paint. So for us, it's probably throwing different bodies at him and giving him different looks, and hopefully we can slow him down a little bit and put him in a tough spot because he's a really good player, and his success goes a long way towards their team's success. So we have to do a great job on him tonight.
Kahil Fennell with us on BYU Sports Nation. Coach, we appreciate the time on game day. Let's give you some BYU Sports Nation karma. All the good vibes headed your way, man. Send it out to the entire team. Good luck against St. Mary's tonight.
Thank you so much, fellas. I appreciate you.